I knew you'd be here early. You always were an overachiever.
You here to demand your rematch? Because I have no problem beating you again tonight.
There's not going to be a rematch.
You're giving up that easily?
No, there's not going to be a rematch because you're going to announce your retirement tonight.
That's news to me.
It's why I wanted to find you first thing, so you could start writing your big farewell speech. But that kind of emotional garbage should actually come easily to you. I mean, if you get stuck, you could just borrow something from your earlier writing. You've probably asked yourself a million times, why? Why didn't they want to be my parents? The truth is, we did, but we had to make the hardest decision of our lives because we didn't feel we could give you the life you deserved. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Love always, your mom and dad. That's right. I found out you wrote that little piece of fiction kicking off 20 years of lies to your best friend. His real parents are dead, and you've been stringing him along this entire time, making him think they're alive just so you'd have one friend in your depressing life. You never told him the truth, even when he continued to pathetically leave 2 empty seats for them that would never be filled.
Why? Why are you doing this?
The why doesn't really matter. Right now, you should be more concerned with the what, as in what could happen next. I could expose you and all your lies, destroying your life, your reputation, and most of all, your friendship with Trey. Or you can retire immediately, and I'll make your secret my secret. But one way or another, it's happening tonight.
I know walking away from everything you've worked for will be the hardest thing you've ever done, but you have to keep our secret. Please.
On dirait bien une nouvelle parce que même les logos W sur la ceinture, c'est les nouveaux logos. D'abord, soit c'est une qu'ils ont créée, soit c'est la vraie Enfin, il faudrait que je regarde dans les ceintures pour voir si c'est celle-là ou si c'est vraiment une qu'ils ont créée à part pour le mode. Pour l'histoire, parce que les logos et tout, c'est les nouveaux logos. À l'époque, il n'y avait pas encore les nouveaux logos de la WWE. Qui existent depuis 15 ans. C'était des anciens logos. D'abord, je sais pas. Enfin, l'ancien logo, je veux dire, l'ancien logo un peu bizarre. Là, tu vois, celui-là, il est droit, je veux dire.
And that's how I won the WWE Divas Championship, crossing off one of the most elusive things on the list. But the Divas Championship wasn't just a title.
That's my mom and dad.
It was more than that. It was...
Sorry, I think something amazing just happened. Earlier today, I received a note saying I would finally get to meet my birth parents at the Hall of Fame ceremony tonight, and I think they just arrived.
I don't know what's happening
I apologize
either.
if I'm a little distracted.
Who are those
It's just,
people?
I've been waiting for this
This is
moment my
bad.
entire life. We're almost done here, so I'll catch up with you real soon, okay? Sorry again for cutting you off. Where were you?
There's really not much left to say, other than to cover how we ended up here tonight.
C'est étrange. Quand elle dit il n'y reste beaucoup, ça veut dire qu'on est vers la fin. Tout simplement. Après, à ce que je comprends, chaque chapitre c'est un nouveau écran de chemin. Bon, là, on est au chapitre 17. C'est tout pour finir en 2 heures, je vais te dégoûter.
When I defeated my lifelong nemesis to capture this championship, the same championship I dreamed of winning as a young girl, it was an amazing feeling. But after that wore off, I was consumed by a range of different emotions, ones that I hadn't felt in a very long time. Satisfaction, relief, peace of mind. The fire that drove me throughout my career to come out here and fight on a nightly basis was suddenly gone. I went from thinking, what's next, to what's left. And I realized that after crossing off the most elusive item on the list, the answer was not much. Because I accomplished everything I set out to do and way more. So I had to be honest with myself. If I kept going, everything after would feel like a letdown. And that's not how I want to live my life or remember my career. So with all that being said, I'm here tonight to relinquish the Divas Championship and announce my retirement from WWE, effective immediately.
Is this actually happening?
Unfortunately, I think it is.
Now, I know this is probably shocking, and some of you might be disappointed or upset, but this isn't necessarily a bad thing. I've lived this part of my life to the fullest, and now it's time for me to go explore other challenges. And who knows? Maybe I'll try acting again. You all saw how my only other audition went. Can't go worse than that, right? Finally, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for supporting me for all these years. Please continue to back the next women who take my place, who I am certain will be stronger, more athletic, and hopefully a little less temperamental than I was. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks, everyone.
I'm not really sure what to say. I'm stunned.
I think we all are. No one was expecting this.
Thank you, Red.
Yes, thank you. And we wish you all the best.
What was that? You can't retire. You've got years left on your career.
I'm sorry, but I need you to try to understand.
Maybe I could wrap my head around it if I had a little more warning. I mean, when you texted me, make sure you watch my promo tonight, I was expecting you had some clever line about Brooklyn, not that you were gonna walk away from WWE.
This wasn't something I was planning for a long time. It happened quickly.
Okay, fine, but if you're done, then I'm done. We're a package deal, remember?
No, what? Don't do this.
I need you to try to understand.
What about the title shot you just earned in the Royal Rumble? And getting revenge on Samoa Joe for everything he's done?
None of that matters if you're not along for the ride, too.
You need to think about this some more. You're making an impulsive decision.
I've made up my mind. I'm done.
I never expected my plan to work this well and cause your idiot friend to retire too. It's like getting rid of 2 turds with 1 stone.
This isn't over.
But it is over, and that's the best part of all of this. Anyway, just wanted to wish you a happy early retirement. Maybe you can take up bingo, or going to dinner at 3 p.m., or yelling at kids in your neighborhood. If you kick that ball in my yard one more time, I'm going to put you on my list. Hilarious. See you, never again.
We're going live with your show intro in 5 minutes.
Thanks. Just let me run through it once to make sure I've got it. Who will be named as your top 10? Prepare yourself for drama as our contestants get their hands dirty, glad-handing with the CEO of a manure company to see who can get the upper hand for their fall fertilizer campaign. It's all hands on deck. Coming up next on America's Next Top Hand Model. Do you think there's too many hand puns?
It's perfect. It's not heavy-handed at all.
I see what you did there. Hey, sorry I missed your other call. I'm at my new hosting gig. Look, if this is about getting Baron Corbin a spot on the show, I'm still relatively new here, so I don't think I have that kind of pull yet. Oh, okay, good, because honestly, I don't think Baron's hands are anything to write home about. Wait, what'd you say? Really? That's amazing! Did you tell Red yet? Yeah, she's been hard to reach lately. Okay, I'll try her. This is truly an honor. Thank you so much. Ooh, ooh, oh, yeah, ooh, I'm gonna be famous, I'm gonna be famous, Ah! Yes!
That's my ring and my championship. I hate you, Brooklyn. What?
Hey, it's been a while. How's it going?
I'm great. I'm on vacation at the beach, which is why no one's been able to reach me. Trying to disconnect,
C'est
you
ça ou
know?
pas?
Oh, that's
Merci
good
pour
to
le
hear. I only have a minute, so I'll make this quick. I just got some amazing news. We're going into the WWE Hall of Fame together.
Really? Wow, I'm shocked. I mean, I thought it would happen someday, but definitely not this fast.
They didn't say this, but I'm assuming they want to capitalize on my crossover appeal as host of ANTHM.
I'm sure that's it.
I know we didn't expect our careers to end the way they did, but it's nice to know we accomplished enough to go into the Hall of Fame. And more importantly, we're going in together, just like it's always been.
Yeah, it is nice.
Hey, I gotta run. Don't relax too much. You know what they say about idle hands. Ooh, I gotta work that into tonight's show.
Congrats.
You too. Ooh, I wish I could see Brooklyn's reaction.
I'm sure she won't be happy, which makes me happy.
Move! Don't look at me! Don't look at me! Get out of my way! Are you kidding me? Those two pieces of human trash are going into the Hall of Fame? This has to be a joke! They were only in the WWE for a cup of coffee. You know what? An actual cup of coffee deserves to be inducted before they do! Ah!
Take it easy. We're all entitled to our opinions, but there are certain realities you can't dispute. While Red and Trey may have had shorter careers than the typical Hall of Famer, the impact they made during that time was tremendous. So it doesn't matter if you or anyone else disagrees, they are going to get the recognition they deserve.
We'll see about that.
Man, feels like we've been up here for like 15 hours. Hope everyone's still with us. But I think that pretty much sums everything up, right?
Yeah, I think we covered it all.
And there's only one thing left to do. List, please. It's time to cross off one final list item together. Get inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Shoot, I think I forgot a pen.
Seriously?
I've got one you can use.
I'm sure someone else in this arena has a spare pen, so you can go sit down.
Take it easy. I just wanted to come up here in front of the world to say congratulations and finally put our differences behind us. I would never do anything to take away from your special night that you so rightfully deserve. Trey, even your birth parents are here, which is amazing. Stand up, please. But before you finish up, there's just one thing I want to mention that you left out of your speech. You see, Red wasn't 100% honest about what led to her retirement and later her best friends. In fact, it turns out she has a little secret, which is the real reason she walked away from WWE.
You have to do something. She's gonna ruin everything. I'm sorry, but I'm done hiding this for us. It's over.
What really happened was I found out the truth behind this secret, and she didn't want me to tell anyone. So she chose to retire instead. But I couldn't sit back and let her get away without everyone knowing the real Red. So let's start with this. That lovely older couple in the audience, they're not Trey's parents. I know, because they're fakes I hired to be here. That letter you got that said they were coming tonight, also a fake. But if you want to see your real parents, I can make that happen. Here they are. Yeah, that pretty much says it all. And look at the date there. They were already long gone by the time we were in high school. Which makes you wonder, Trey, how could they have written you a letter? Maybe someone else wrote it to try to manipulate you into doing whatever they wanted. And maybe that person was so miserable and lonely, they had to resort to something morbid like that to ensure they always had a friend at their side. But who would do such a terrible thing? Certainly not your so-called best friend, right?
Is this true?
We're not finished here. If you come any closer, I will crush his neck. And the same goes for anyone else. If you try to stop us, I will end him.
Ça dégénère! Ça dégénère. Terrible. Bon. Ok. Fight. Ok. Bon. Allez. Allez. Faites descendre la santé de... Bon, allez, là-dedans. Oh, ma tenue, putain. Bitch, tu sais pas garder un secret, ma soeur. Après, il fallait que je lui dise, comme. En vrai, on aurait le choix de lui dire, je l'aurais dit, parce que ben, je trouve que, enfin, il devait savoir. Mais là, est-ce que c'est elle qui lui dit, c'est bon, quoi. C'était pas Rhea Ripley ça? Sérieusement, elle veut aussi m'attaquer, mais les gars, je veux bien, mais à mon avis, c'est que. Voilà, quoi, on est au Hall of Fame. Ça se passe pas. Des gens ont été arrêtés pour moins que ça, hein. Pour agresser des brettards, là. Oui, je parle de Hall of Fame de l'année passée, enfin de cette année, d'avril dernier, quoi. Donc, voilà. Et c'est ça d'avoir une. Après, ça doit être bien de vivre, mais de là, de se dire, tiens, je vais monter sur le ring pour attaquer une légende, non, en fait, non. Enfin, non, faut être débile. Mais ouais, c'est vraiment Rhea Ripley en plus, hein. Faites descendre la sortie de Rhea Ripley dans le jeu. Sérieusement, Rhea Ripley, toi aussi, tu veux te fight? Allez, ma vieille. Attends, mais sérieusement, c'est en train de vraiment dégénérer là, mais c'est un délire, non, ça va. Même Becky, tu mets. Après, ok, Becky, tu changes aussi. D'accord, mais je veux dire, après, ce sera au tour de Ronda aussi, peut-être. Et plus de Brock Lesnar, on sait pas, hein, je dis ça comme ça. Après, moi, je ne connais pas le script, hein. Le script. Mais bon. On va dire que c'est la dernière, hein. Après, j'aurai les trois en même temps, ça risque d'être terrible. Bam. Ça c'est contré, non? Voilà, nickel. Hop. Après ça va, on régène d'abord, c'est impossible. Mais on peut pas avoir les 5 comptes d'abord, on peut en avoir que 4. Ou c'est vraiment, il faut tout améliorer. Parce que je crois que dans les comptes, j'ai tout pris presque. Voire très, enfin, il me manque peut-être très peu de trucs. Non, je vais te montrer comment on fait un coup de coude. Et on fait ça, tu vois. Et là, bam! Voilà, ça c'est un coup de coude. Après, tu te relèves et bim, bam! Ok. Bon.
Do you need me to make another ice machine run?
You know, there's some wounds that ice can't heal. What?
You have to admit, that was a pretty cheesy line.
You know, you have a really strange way of apologizing.
I'm sorry. It's just, we've been working through this all night, and I think I'm starting to lose it. Look, you know how I truly feel. You also know me better than anyone else. I made a stupid decision to protect you when we were kids, and it just kept escalating from there. I wanted to tell you so many times, but it got harder and harder, especially when you started leaving the tickets. I couldn't bring myself to take that away from you. It would be like you finding out that America's Next Top hand model was fixed.
Wait, is it? Did you hear something?
No, I was just using that as an example.
Okay, because I don't think I could handle that right now. I think I always knew deep down that it was all too good to be true, that I'd never meet them, but I guess a part of me wanted to believe that maybe something bigger would come out of all of this, that it wasn't just about action figures or championships or entertaining millions of people, that it would help me find a part of myself that was missing.
But maybe something bigger did come out of all this. This wasn't about finding two people who would fill a hole in your life. It was about millions of people finding you to fill holes in their lives.
Now that was cheesy.
But it's true.
Maybe.
I have something for you.
Please don't tell me this is a letter from my long-lost aunt and uncle telling me to forgive my best friend.
Just open it.
What's this all about?
It's our new list. On one of my ice machine runs, or maybe it was one of the times you locked me out of the room, I can't remember, but I made some phone calls to management, and it's unprecedented, but they've agreed to let us get revenge on Brooklyn and Samoa Joe at tomorrow night's WrestleMania, assuming you're on board.
I guess we're coming out of retirement. This has to be some kind of record.
There's one other thing you need to know. Brooklyn and Samoa Joe agreed to the match, but only if we put our Hall of Fame spots on the line.
You really want to do this?
If we don't fight back after what they did, then we don't deserve those spots.
Package deal. I'm in.
Hey, just wanted to let you know, I left 2 open seats in the audience just like you always did.
Why? I mean, obviously my birth parents aren't showing up anytime soon. So was it just for good luck or out of respect or something?
You'll see.
Ok, bon, on va parler un petit peu de tout le monde qui y a. Ouais, et après. Le collège, Mickey James, c'est comment ça va. Donc à 17 points, on va quand même se les mettre, on va pas se mytho que 17 points, je dis. Voilà, le portable a encore changé. Mais d'abord, c'est bizarre, pourquoi il y a des passages où j'ai ce portable là et d'autres passages où je l'ai pas. C'est assez bizarre, je trouve. Genre, ouais, bon. Peut-être que les passages après sont peut-être pas racontés dans l'ordre, ce qui fait que, ouais. Mais après, c'est quand même bizarre. Hop, ça c'est fait. Ça charge toujours. On va aller tout à gauche. On est bon là. Allez, tout au bas. J'aime pas quand il reste deux voilà. Comme ça va, j'ai tout pris là. Puis, ça va. Je vais remplir ce qui manque en fait, vraiment, littéralement. C'est sûr quoi. Hop. 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 Là, je vois qui c'est ça. Comme ça, plutôt comme ça. 80. D'abord 85, 84, vraiment. Ah ben, on va le parler, hop.
It doesn't matter how tonight turns out, because either way, I'm proud of how far you and Red have come. I mean, sure, it'd be nice to be able to say I trained 2 WWE Hall of Famers, and I could probably raise my rates again. But like I said, doesn't matter.
Well, I know we didn't always see eye to eye, but me and Red owe you for helping us get our start.
What do you mean we didn't see eye to eye? You were my prize student. Never doubted you once. I used to call you Sure Thing Trey.
Are you serious? You thought I'd be a manager at best, and you definitely didn't think I'd make it to WWE, let alone become a Hall of Famer. I think you said something about pooping golden nuggets?
I don't recall that. Anyway, good luck, Sure Thing.
Bon. D-Game. Ah oui, j'ai des messages, c'est vrai, on va voir vite fait des messages avant tout en bas, voilà. J'ai appris deux ou trois choses à forcer de t'affronter toutes ces années, tu crois. Quoi? Jamais après ce soir, tu feras encore partie du Hall of Fame. Vita. Je n'ai pas encore réussi à te joindre, mais je viens d'entendre pour parler du match. Parfait. C'est quoi ce qui est arrivé au 1 et le pire chose que j'ai vu dans mes années de business ce soir? Tu vas devoir te venger. On a aussi, sache que je voulais t'aider au 1, mais j'avais peur que Joe blesse après ce coup a fait remporter le match de ce soir. Tu vas devoir.
In just a few hours, whatever horrible nightmare we've been living in will finally.
Ils s'en foutent celui-là. Ok. Et moi j'ai comme message. Hop là. Buzz. C'est dans la poche. Pour toi et Red, il n'y a pas d'autre issue possible. Mais lui, est-ce qu'il est au fond de moi? Est-ce que je suis moi-même? Je ne me croirais pas. Peut-être pas, mais ce soir, je serai de tout cœur avec toi. Et oui, tu peux m'appeler Victor. Tu as mérité. Oh. Je n'arrive pas à croire que ça arrive à l'autre soir. Vous méritiez mieux, mais ça a dû se passer. C'est dû passer ce soir. Tu vas pouvoir monter au monde de ce que tu as dans le ventre. Bon, tu pourrais.
I know you're gonna tell us it's not too late to change our minds about the match and putting our Hall of Fame spots on the line, but We need to do this.
I wasn't going to say that at all. It's actually way too late to change your minds. The match is happening.
Oh. Okay, well, that's good then.
I was going to say that if things don't go well, Brooklyn and Samoa Joe can't erase your legacies. Everything you worked for and accomplished won't just disappear.
It sounds like you don't think we can win.
Look, you both have defied the odds before, but I'm just being realistic.
When it comes time to honor the Hall of Fame class tonight, we'll be out there front and center.
C'est ce qu'il voulait entendre, ou pas. Mickey James.
Look, I know we haven't spoken much since I've been gone, but I just wanted to say I'm pulling for you tonight. And Brooklyn had no right to exploit your past and ruin your big moment.
I appreciate you saying that.
But I also know how your impatience and temper can get the best of you sometimes. So I'm a little worried that you rushed into this match, especially considering your condition and what's at stake.
Thanks for your concern, seriously. But this is something we have to do, no matter what we could lose in the process.
La voix de la personne qui joue le perso féminin me dit quelque chose. J'ai l'impression de l'avoir entendu genre dans The Walking Dead ou Stranger. Enfin, non, Stranger, ou comment que c'est là l'autre jeu. Comment que c'est le jeu de. Enfin, c'est pas le jeu de Telltale, c'est le jeu de Square Enix. Life is Strange, voilà. Je sais pas, la voix me. Je crois qu'on dirait la voix de Max dans Stranger. Pas dans Stranger, voilà, dans Life is Strange, je sais pas. J'ai un pressentiment comme ça. J'ai dû entendre dans voilà quelque part, mais où, je sais plus dire. Mais il y a très peu de jeux qui font VO. Et le seul qui joue VO, c'est Life is Strange et de Walking Dead. Mais bon, j'ai un doute. Voilà, je sais pas, j'ai pas lu vraiment, je me suis pas renseigné sur le voix vraiment. Mais je sais pas. Peut-être quelqu'un d'autre, hein, peut-être que c'est vraiment quelqu'un que personne ne connaît, mais ça m'étonnerait. Bon, oui, si vous entendez des voitures, c'est normal, ma fenêtre est ouverte. Bon, je m'excuse, mais c'est juste qu'il fait un peu chaud. D'avoir un peu d'air, ça fait des fois ça fait toujours du bien d'avoir un peu d'air dans le dos. Au tard, hein, voilà. Mais ça fait du bien. Il y a un petit courant d'air, tu vois, au cas où.
It's time for the greatest spectacle in sports entertainment. Welcome to WrestleMania.
If you've somehow been off the grid for the past 24 hours, then you missed the news that we have a huge last-minute change to tonight's event. After being ambushed at the conclusion of their Hall of Fame speech, Red and Trey will seek revenge against Brooklyn Von Braun and Samoa Joe.
And saying that the stakes are high feels like a severe understatement. If Brooklyn and Samoa Joe can defeat Red and Trey, they will take their spots in the WWE Hall of Fame.
And we've never seen anything like this before, and it's highly improbable we ever will again. With respect to every competitor who enters the ring tonight and every championship that's contested, it's now time for the most important match of the evening. Red and Trey are here to take on Brooklyn Von Braun and Samoa Joe with their Hall of Fame spots on the line.
It's truly impressive. Red and Trey overcame both physical and emotional trauma to be here tonight. But I suppose revenge can motivate someone to do just about anything, including putting everything they've dreamed of and worked for at risk.
Guys, what are these pieces of paper falling down from above?
I believe it's supposed to symbolize their new list, and there's only one thing on it. Beat Brooklyn and Samoa Joe at WrestleMania.
This is why I left the 2 seats. It's time to move on.
I'm glad you're here.
I think that might have been Trey's adopted parents sitting at ringside.
I think you're right, Myron. And now here are the two superstars who want nothing more than to take everything from Red and Trey to essentially erase their legacies in a single night. It's the so-called American hero, Brooklyn Von Braun and Samoa Joe.
Yeah, these two have a much different kind of bond than Red and Trey. It's an affiliation based on shared hatred for their opponents tonight, dating back years in both cases.
Full disclosure, I think we're looking at the newest members of the WWE Hall of Fame class. Brooklyn and Samoa Joe have been unstoppable from both a mental and physical standpoint since the moment they joined forces. Red and Trey would have a hard time stopping them if they were at full strength, and we know they're not even close to that.
And there you see Red and Brooklyn facing off. There is so much history between these two. We're talking decades of hostility.
I don't know if it'll ever end, but we'll get at least some kind of resolution after tonight's contest is over.
We're not sure who's going to start the match tonight. It actually looks like Brooklyn and Samoa Joe are discussing that right now.
Apparently, it'll be Samoa Joe and Trey.
Brooklyn's gonna make Red wait to get her hands on her. Yet another calculated move from the American hero.
This is it. Here
Let's
we
go.
go.
Allez.
WrestleMania is often called the showcase of the immortals. But Red and Trey aren't here to showcase their immortality. They're here to try to save it by retaining their spots in the WWE Hall of Fame.
The fact that Red and Trey are even fighting alongside each other after Brooklyn Von Braun destroyed their original career-defining list and nearly did the same thing to their friendship just proves their bond is unbreakable. They truly are a package deal.
While I agree with you on that, you have to consider what I said earlier. There's no way Red and Trey are 100 or even 50% after the brutal attack just 2 nights ago. Mark my words, that will be a factor at some point in this career-defining match.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered.
In a bad way here, guys.
Harsh impact.
She steers clear there. She's in full control now. Power bomb.
Wow, she turned that one around.
When Samoa Joe speaks, you should believe every word. Paul Heyman discovered this when Joe whispered to him, quote, "Something very bad is going to happen to you. I'm going to wrap my arm around your throat, and you're going to feel it tighten, and then your vision is going to get hazy until it goes dark, and you are unconscious."
Oh, that just gave me the willies.
Back now inside the ring. Knee drop.
That was nasty.
So precise.
Anticipated that attack perfectly.
Oh, look out.
Dazzling move right there. Byron, you're not the only one who should fear the words of Samoa Joe. More often than not, he will tell opponents exactly what's coming, almost encouraging them to try to stop him.
Well, I think Saxton might need a new pair of underwear. But anyways, when Samoa Joe addresses the competition, it's not boisterous. It's just like how he fights. Impactful, efficient, threatening, and straight to the point.
Great counter.
Impressive in-ring IQ on display.
Whoa, it's another reversal. She's losing some steam now.
Elusive movement there.
Look at this. Boom, nice. She's taking charge here.
She's definitely energized, but she'd better make sure she saves something for later.
Gets the tag.
Well, it's time for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, so you know we're going to see the best.
No, he lets him out.
Curious decision there, Michael.
Hooked up.
Inverted suplex.
That hurt.
Ooh, well measured.
Il est où le jeu? Il est où le jeu?
Going to be woozy after that impact. He's climbing the turnbuckle. Will this pay off?
Here we go.
Oh, an elbow drop.
Oh, it's a piercing elbow.
That'll turn your lights out.
And Sugiri.
Great decision by Joe to capitalize.
When you look at this,
It looks like they both did their homework heading into this one.
well, that'll do some serious damage. Looks like Samoa Joe is fading a bit.
C'est sûr, ça aussi.
Oh, flipping the script on him there.
Not again.
One of these competitors is eventually going to have to gain the upper hand.
Straight punch. Great athletic ability on display here. In off the tag.
Okay.
Everyone wants the ability to win a title, to take the championship home.
Ok, d'accord. Putain.
You can feel the intensity tonight. Tagged in.
Ok. On va expliquer. Hop.
Back in from the floor.
Faut juste que je fasse ça en fait avec appui X en fait, tout simplement. Ouais.
Trey escapes the Uranagi, and now he's got Samoa Joe in the Coquina clutch.
Red takes Brooklyn down.
Hold on. Is this actually happening?
It is! Red and Trey of Brooklyn, Von Braun and Samoa Joe locked in their own submission holds.
After everything that's happened among these four adversaries, this feels like the perfect ending.
Don't get ahead of yourself. They need to actually finish them off.
Can Red and Trey do the unthinkable? Will Brooklyn and Samoa Joe give up?
They tapped.
It's over. Red and Trey have pulled off the impossible and ensured that they will forever be honored in the WWE Hall of Fame.
This match takes place 20 times, and on 19 of those occasions, Brooklyn and Samoa Joe get the win, but not tonight. This was special. This was your night, Red and Trey.
Congratulations for the second time on your Hall of Fame induction.
This might have been our first time seeing one of your matches in person, but we were always watching on TV.
We're proud of you, son. Can I still call you that?
Yeah. We have a lot of catching up to do. I'm sorry about that.
We all are. It's okay.
We have something for you. There's something making this guy from the arena with selling it online.
Luckily, we've gotten good at puzzles in our old age.
Oh my gosh! I thought I lost too much of this.
There's one thing left on there we need to finish crossing off.
It appears that the list has somehow been salvaged.
Red and Trey can now pick up where they left off 2 nights ago.
Tonight, we witnessed the unexpected, an unexpected victory, an unexpected reconciliation, and finally the unexpected return of what some might think is just an old scrap of paper. But it was more than that to Red and Trey. It's what led them to this very moment that to them was expected all along. They may not have known how they'd end up here, but they knew when they created that list that this was their destiny.
Well said, Michael. Soak every bit of this in. Red and Trey, you deserve it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the winners of tonight's match and still members of the WWE Hall of Fame, Red and Trey.
Et bien voilà, vous avez des points de dépensé. Ben voilà, ma carrière est terminée. Ben. Alors on peut même plus lancer, voilà. Il n'y a pas de pilote comparé à tout qui est l'année passée. Ben, qu'est-ce que je peux dire de plus? Ben elle était sympa, voilà. Enfin voilà, l'histoire est liée avec. Enfin, en gros, l'histoire de l'année passée est plus ou moins liée avec celle-ci. Enfin, voilà, hein, il y a Buzz qui fait partie du truc. J'ai bien kiffé vraiment, voilà, c'était sympa. Sympa de pouvoir d'avoir deux points de vue différents. Peu déçu pour certains trucs, mais c'était sympa. En vrai, ça va. C'était sympa, c'était pas non plus. Elle était pas très chiante à part à certains moments où il y a eu certains bugs, hein, que ça soit par rapport au bol et tout, mais voilà. Mais pour vous, YouTube, ça conclut la fin du let's play, voilà. Encore désolé pour la vidéo, il y a la vidéo juste avant où il y aura une coupure parce que j'ai appuyé sur le. Voilà. Mais voilà, pour vous, YouTube, on se retrouvera pour les prochaines vidéos sur ma carrière, pour le mode showcase et pour le mode tour Woman Wings. Mais il y aura peut-être plus du mode carrière, malheureusement, pour l'instant. D'abord, n'oubliez pas de mettre un j'aime, un commentaire de vos abonnés si c'est pas fait, un streaming et c'est tout le monde.